Good evening, people. We're back again at on Thirst Sports TV. We have hopefully a lively show. We have Blacks from Toronto and Liverpool fan, and we have Greg. We have a few individuals that will join later. So, gentlemen, how we doing?
Good,
All
good.
is well.
Well, not good, not good,
Overrated.
not good. We're not
All right,
saying nobody.
I, I could understand. But sometimes no business is good business, though. But it is what it is. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Gentlemen, let's just kick it off this way. Again, some shocking news coming out of England about Man United player. We're not sure about the particulars, but I think that it's just right for us to go there first and just get that out of the way. I think it's the biggest story in football as it pertains to Premier League, and just to get the ones I want feeling about the story. And again, just what we know, because we can't really to speculate. There's not much to say about it, but just to get their feeling about the overall thing. Go ahead, Judge.
No, last first. Oh, me first. All right. Um, boy, is a is a is a topic where it's kind of hard to discuss, especially if it's a player that you like, because you can't be a hypocrite. You know, say, all right, if it was a player that you dislike, you'll probably be calling for him to be put in front of a firing squad or something like that. But it's a player that you like, a young player, and you want to make all the excuses you can make for him.
Yeah, I think
But
there is something too where there is some Jamaican heritage too. I'm with him or
yep,
something. I think.
yep,
So,
there
okay, okay,
definitely
so,
is.
yeah,
You know, so even more biasness there. I mean, towards him, but at the same time, you gotta be honest. You gotta stick to your guns. You know, whatever your beliefs are, you can't switch it out now because of somebody that you have some level of biases towards. The only thing I can say is I'm hoping that some of this was, what do you call it, matched up, but it doesn't seem that way because you actually, even though I don't know his actual voice or his accent, but you hear the interactions in the audio. If you have heard the audio, you hear the interactions in the audio, and it honestly doesn't sound good. I mean, the only thing you could look at and probably say, he might have some, or his lawyer might be able to work with something, is why was this from sometime last year? But then again, you can also say these things happen all the time, and victims take a while to come forth or come forward whenever things like this happen. So it's honestly not looking good. And as Jesus said on the blog the other day, you can't even use race and said, or because a race thing come down hard on him because Adam Johnson got what, 15 years? Well, initially that's what he got. I don't know if he served the 15. You know, cases like those, they tend to come down pretty hard with their punishment. So,
exactly. And just add something else in terms of the climate we're in. You know, what I mean, like a me too. You know, what I mean. So I think that there is that just adds to it. You know, what I mean. It seems like there's a lot of evidence. You know, again, just
mhm.
just Man United how they have handled it. Obviously, then just for let the law take its course. You know, what I mean. They just said we're aware of certain things, but they recuse themselves from commenting about it. You know what I mean? And that's just the fear and respectful thing to do. You know, in these kind of situations. Go ahead, Blacks. Just how you feel about it, and any comments you might have.
Well, I will say stuff about it, but I probably won't say exactly how I feel about it. Because my feelings are extremely strong when it comes to all this topic. Um, when it comes towards abuse and sexual assault and those things. For me, the first thing, those things are a power thing. They are the rationale behind them to me. I can never understand. I can never support. I'm a man who My unfortunately, my first child was a daughter, and then I have sons, and so I can look at it from both sides and say, imagine if this was my son, and at the same time, I'm saying, imagine if someone did this to my daughter, based on the evidence that we have seen so far, based on the video, the voice notes, pictures that we have seen, and I have been what I've done personally, I've said I care not about the football. I don't care about career. I'm looking at from as a human perspective
That's right.
and what I've seen so far and what the evidence is, what have been put out there so far. It's just totally unacceptable. It's something that we have to condemn in strong this form. We can't have no, we can't waffle when we are dealing with these things because there's no room for it. What he's accused of doing, if there's any truth in it, there's just, to me, there is just no room for it anywhere at all. And I kind of leave it right there. So I don't want to go too further in it. As I said, this to me is one of the worst crimes that a person commit. I would much rather hear some my son was involved in a fight and whatever happened from the fight or anything like that with a person. I would I know I would go to the ends to try to protect him and defend him. This one is hard for me to defend anybody at all or even have any sympathy for a person who is accused of doing something else. That's just my thing. I'm kind of a lead guys.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. You know, what I mean, again, it's difficult to even comment on it because again, we don't know that much about what's going on. How we gonna be doing here is speculating. And like I said today on the blog, the situation is that whatever happens from here, his career is pretty much tarnished. You understand what I mean? And the best thing you can really hope for is that the young lady fouled out and just reposed everything and said, yo, this was a hoax. You know what I mean? But even then, it's still going to be, it's just, bro, it's just done for him. And it's sad from the standpoint of looking for his career or looking for the trajectory and what it could have been. You know what I mean? This player is an unbelievable talent. You know what I mean?
Mm.
The comparisons to Robin Van Persie, when we heard them first and Man United fans was talking about it, we kind of laughed at it and said, nah, he's not that good, is he? But when you see him play, he's really that good. You know what I mean? And it's just sad that he's cut short to this sort of thing. You know what I mean? Sad in a sense that we're not going to see the talent, but it really needs to be addressed with the seriousness that it should be. You know what I mean? And hopefully people will learn from this, you know, and we'll just see how it goes from here. But gentlemen, I mean, we'll just move on quickly. Um, the other topic is again we're just going through um, the Reggae Boys. Um, I think we finalized. No, we know, so we're not going to make the World Cup, right? Greg, is there any
How,
hope?
how
Is
we
there
can
any
go?
hope? Is there any hope that we actually can make it? Any mathematical? Are we done? We're done. Okay, all
Yeah.
right.
When I checked it, so the maximum points we can gain from here is 90. The team currently sitting in fourth, which is the playoff team, is on 70. Now
Yeah,
we would
Panama,
need,
right?
yeah, we
Yeah,
would
sounds
need
okay.
Panama. We would need Panama to lose all their games. But if Panama lose all their games, that means well actually
Somebody else will have to beat them. I would have moved ahead of us.
yeah, and but Costa Rica gonna also have a chance of advancing past them. So it's even though actually no, Costa Rica and Panama doesn't play each other again because they played each other last week Thursday and Costa Rica won that game, which kept us even though we lost to Mexico, that still kept us in the running. Because initially I was saying if we lose to Mexico, we're out of it. So
Honestly,
there's
can you
still a slight mathematical chance, but that means one of the things we have to do is go to Canada and beat Canada.
Greg, can you stop?
Yeah, let's just move
No, no,
forward.
I know. I'm just. I mean, we can win the other three games: Costa Rica, Honduras, and El Salvador. We can,
Sir,
but
this is
we have
sad.
to go to Canada and beat Canada,
It
and then
is
hope that Panama lose
Greg,
their
it
four
is sad.
remaining.
It is
it's
sad.
just just looking
Yeah.
forward, blacks. Let,
But
let,
the
Ah,
positives to take away from it. Pinnock looked really good, which I don't understand why he wasn't involved in all the games, even when he wasn't injured. The defensive midfielder Kevin Stewart, formerly of Tottenham and Liverpool, looked really good. He actually didn't start. He came on probably about 30 minutes he got. He looked really good, which also leads me to wonder what's the central defender that they were always using that nobody don't like? Tall like
All
Michael Hector.
or
Lead,
Hector.
lead me to wonder why was Michael Hector always playing defensive midfielder for so long when we had a player like Kevin Stewart? You know, this is a player. I mean, you hear Jiggy them talk about Grant. Well, this player looked better than Grant when I saw him yesterday. You know. Also Lamar Walker looked good and Junior Fleming. Apart from that, I mean, quite a few of them need to hang it up. You know, and start rebuilding. Like right now, the next 4 games, some of these senior players, I wouldn't even have them in the squad for the next 4 games.
I think I think I
It's
think that
rebuilding time right now.
I think that's the takeaway that we have to start. So I don't know. Want to see from I don't know if his work. So again, and I don't know if they can go have him going forward. I don't know if he kind of audition for the job. I don't have these answers. But what we do know is that we have some young talent here, right? And it's just about building for the future. You understand what I mean? We have a whole heap of them who already declared for the country, and you see, say, all right, then maybe we can find somebody who have an idea, some coaching experience, some knows, and we can start building from now. It really, really was support. We didn't even give ourselves a chance, and it really is depressing. Not saying, you know what I mean? Because we really never, you know, I mean, if you really look funny, this whole group, it was really beer for the taking for a while.
Yeah,
Nobody was distinguishing themselves. Nobody was
no
running away,
runaway leader.
and it was so much. We got so much chances. You know what I mean? To say, all right, let's just put ourselves in and amongst it, and we didn't. So it really is frustrating. But it kind of shows that yeah, we're not a team. You know what I mean? A bunch of individuals is there. We're not a team. So we need to focus on that going forward because again, it's really depressing. One more World Cup where we have to watch other people's team and act like so we support them. It's ridiculous.
Right?
Football mad loving country like Jamaica, but again, it just is what it is, man. It is what it is. Go
Well, the
ahead.
thing is, if you look at it, this to me was our best chance since 1998 in terms of the talent that we had out there. That's just for me personally. And when you look how everything break also, as you said, it was there for the taking. We had the opportunity if we had just seized it. The JFF dropped the ball from their old recruitment and how soon they got the players in. They dropped the ball when they didn't make the move with the coach from earlier on and get somebody who could have get the job done. And then the players, whoever was there coaching, when Kappa was there, even Paul Hall, they just seem to not know how to put the best of what they have on the field. you know, you wonder about players. You'll see a player, Jiggy will be talking about players who were in the World Cup and you said they were doing all these things, like Turgot. He was the only winger that we had was playing as a winger, and then you don't see him at all for the last how much games, and you say, but what could have happened there when
10.
for us, we would say, but he was the best winger, and he was the person who could have given us something that we were clearly lacking, but it wasn't there. So you wonder what's going on in the camp. There seems to be a lot that's going on. So from an administrative standpoint and all the way down, I think this needs to be stripped down. 2026 is a great opportunity for Jamaica. They are going to increase the number of teams, so we have an additional spot. It's going to be in North America. So again, we know that what can happen. We know when every time Jamaica play anywhere else in North America, it's not now this time they're gonna take us and bring us to Minnesota or Colorado where there's no Jamaican there. It can't be because we have opportunity to play a World Cup in North America. It's something that I don't think we can mess it up anymore. And to me, we have to start from the administration need to strip down. We have some pieces, every and they need to be healthy. I don't understand why they help, like what is this guy made of glass or something, but people like Demari Gray, if he can forward in and and these other players who are showing interest. We need to just get a core group, build around them, start from right now, as you say, and then just say 2026 is the focus and just kind of go from there. But we need to start with the administration. That's where the problem starts.
Good, right, good.
Quick question before we move on. Couple things. One to add to what Black say about the core group. Um, do a video over my side today, and one of the things we talk about was the fact that throughout the 10 games we have played so far in qualifiers, we have used probably about 36 players. That's too much. It's like every round of qualifiers is a different group of players. You see players, you see a player for this first 3 games, then you don't see him again. All right, we have used 3 left backs in the 10 games. Okay. Amari, whatever Bell his name is, Kemar Lawrence, and now Gregory the last 3 games. Centre backs the same thing. We keep on flip flopping the centre backs. Um, the right back we have Alvas, they use Javian Brown, they use Mariapa over there sometimes. They keep on flip flopping and attacking the same thing. The midfield, like I said, this is the first we're seeing Kevin score. They've used Anthony Grant before. Anthony Grant was our best goal in midfielder. He didn't get called up for these set of games. Kemar Roof got called up for like 3 or 4 games. He even scored. Then they not bring him back. Shamar Nicholson wasn't brought in this set of games. So they continue to chop and change, and there's no chemistry being built between the players. The next thing is you asked about Paul Hall and how the team is adapted. What I did notice is the young players, because week before last, we played a friendly against Peru. And the first half was mainly young players. A lot of them are local based players. They play differently. You see, the
And
team the 2 World Cup qualifiers is
no,
like
great.
what we were watching before, where we are saying, them
And
are
that's what I'm
like
saying,
they
great.
can 10 pass.
Great, I want to jump in. That's the first half that you saw there. Remember, we were talking about. It's the
Yes,
best half that I've seen us play as a team. Not that the football was great, but to me was the best half. The ball
you
was
saw some
actually moving. It
cohesiveness.
seemed as if they knew what they were doing, like they knew each other, like they know to pass the ball, a 5 yard pass from point A to point B that actually connect and control and move on to the next man. It's the first I saw it in about 15 games.
But one of the things that could add to that is the fact that they had camp for probably about 3 weeks, and it was local based players that were in that camp, and they were the ones that played the first half of that game.
You
You see
saw
me?
it.
So it could either be that or the fact that these are the players that take part of coaching and how I'm implementing things. While when they return to the senior players for the World Cup qualifiers, they're done stuck in our system, which still isn't an excuse because as soon as they go back to their clubs in Europe or North America, they'll play a
That's
different kind of football. You know, so yeah, that they need to work on, especially with the squad numbers. I mean, you're not Brazil, you can't call a different squad every game, and you still look the same. It's not gonna happen. So
Yeah,
they need
that's
to identify their players who they're working with going forward, and just stick with them.
well, we all got caught up in that, right? So, even in that summer, I kept saying that there was a couple of individuals, in summer will never go to the Gold Cup, and I was saying to myself, like, if they're not Gold Cup, what we should use? Well, what I was saying is that what we should do is use that Gold Cup as, a way to gel a team that we go use in that
You,
qualifiers,
you, you
and a
did
lot
say
of the top players them never forward to the Gold Cup. So therefore, you have a mixed match of individuals who are always forward, and then you have the Antonios, etc., who forward after. So you kept, as you say, kept mismatching, individuals every time. The forward didn't play well or not play well, and then it just never seemed like a cohesive, plan to get these individuals in our system and have them playing. You look from Panama, they're not as talented, you would assume. They're not as talented as Jamaica. But they know if you get results. The first game them play with, they play way off the pitch.
yep.
Absolutely play way off our pitch.
At Jamaica,
At the office, right?
Independence Park.
You know what I mean? And you say to yourself, say, yo, this is really embarrassing. This play through midfield, I remember it. You know what I mean? But again, we're not gonna harp on that. We're gonna say just looking forward. Hopefully they can do better. You know what I mean? Because we know how much we love the football and we want to see them, do great for the country. You know what I mean? Anything
Like
else I
Black,
can?
like Black said, they need to have footballing people in the JFF though. They can't have just businessmen alone. They need to have
Yeah.
football people. We're starting to look like Arsenal right now.
But again, it's fine if you have football, man. It's just individuals up here. You know what I mean? It's not you're not gonna make your career. You know what I mean? You're gonna make your passion project something that you really want to leave. Leave a legacy. You know what I mean? And not look out for yourself. What you can. I feel like again, I go back to this because well, on 1 second, Blacks. All me say is that I hear Dwayne Brother say something, and I'm repeating from the Black. Say, yo, no Caribbean people didn't just care about the office, like, they just want to go in that office and say, I hold that position. You know what I mean? But the work, what comes with it, they shirk all of that responsibility, and they only in there for suit and forget whatever they want, and that is the issue. You know what I mean? And that I heard that, and I was like, that sounds so much like the JFF. You know what I mean? Just not fit for purpose. No leadership, and I don't know how it changed. I don't know how it changed because it's new people at the time, but it seems like it's the same thing. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do we have a technical director anymore? Because that's what Rene Simon was when he was there. And that seemed to be the issue where there's a lack of football guidance in the JFF. There's a lot of business acumen also, it seems like the JFF also. So there's everything, but I'm not talking about the product and the field. There seems to be a lack of technical guidance, no strategic thinking. Like that doesn't seem present in the JFF. And this organization, you have to have a strategic plan and then a tactical one. There's a total disjointment of it. But you know what? I don't think I want to spend all my time on this JFF. But
No,
honestly,
but it is something to say. When the Liam Bailey thing went forward up Blacks, right? And we in the top on it for a while on the blog. And we were saying that maybe you should listen to what the boss has said because
Butler.
yeah, you should listen to what Butler said because he have some points. Like they're not idiots, right? They're not idiots. And it seems like the JFF just want to keep it as a monopoly. Just forward in, give us your talent, and shut up about how we run the program. You understand what I mean? And a lot of fans gonna say, yeah, you just bad mind and you feel like you're bigger than the thing. And it's not even about that. I didn't think it was about that. It was just about individuals having an idea how to go forward, you know what I mean, and try to help the program. You know what I mean? But so much individuals that's proud and you don't want to listen to anybody. You know what I mean? So again, bro, it just seems like there's a lot of individuals wearing suits. You know, remember the whole text message what Low leaked out, and as you say, Low is not an angel. He haven't played well, he haven't covered himself in glory in terms of in some rubbish decision he made on the pitch. But
Cost us
just
the Mexico game.
exactly. But just listening to the way and the conversations he had with the JFF to show you how, you know what I mean, unintelligent, you know what I mean, them try to them run them business, you know what I mean, and really unprofessionally, you know what I mean. But again, we can hop on to the on this for the next half an hour. It's the same thing, you know. But it is what it is.
yeah.
Anything to add?
That's it for them. I think JFF got way too much of our time.
All right, we'll just go over to the African continent. You know what I mean? It's all happening. You know what I mean? Unbelievable scene. So we're up to the semifinals now.
Yep.
And we have Burkina Faso and Senegal for the first semifinal, and then we have the host Cameroon, and they'll be taking on the Egyptians. You know, so
I got three of the semifinalists right.
that is a good
Good
show.
good guess. Good guess because Senegal ain't playing nothing. Senegal, I don't know how they made it to semifinal, but I guess that's what tournament teams do. You know, they just find a way to get to the big dance and then get it done. But Senegal ain't playing nothing. I don't know how they ended up doing. My other pick was Algeria, but they got knocked out earlier.
But which also says something because we know that Senegal has the talent, and if they actually do put it together, I don't think any other teams are really gonna stand a chance. If
Oh
they
no,
really
Ivory Coast was talented too.
There was a lot of talented teams in Algeria, and
Mali, Algeria, Ivory
I'm not
Coast.
saying they don't, but I'm saying if Senegal hasn't played well and they are still here, when they do put it together, when they do get it all together, I think they probably would be, to me, still, well, to me, they were the favorites moving into the tournament. They
It
were
was
my
them
favorites.
and it was them and Algeria
there's
most
some
likely.
Algeria out there.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they are the ones who are still there, and they, as you said, haven't played as well as we know that they can. So I'm just looking at it. Said there's another gear for them to go. How much other team have another gear to go?
Well,
Yeah,
I only picked Cameroon because they're the host nation and they're
but
looking
and they
like
have won it recently, so now act like say they don't know what to do.
and they actually won it when their team was not depleted, but few
Well,
of their
we
regulars were
don't
missing because
Matter
the
decide that
Liverpool
he's not
player
gonna play.
decided, yeah,
Yeah,
him and what's his name that was at West Brom that time, Neon,
oh
Yeah.
however his
yeah,
name is pronounced.
yeah.
Yeah, he was a pivotal part of that team, and he didn't go either because West Brom was in a relegation battle or something like that. But West Brom didn't want to release him, and he decided, okay, he's not going. I don't
Yeah.
think Odem Wing is Nigerian. Somebody else was missing in that squad too. That didn't
But
go. They ended up winning it.
yeah,
But
but you
right
Was
also
it
now,
know,
was it Niam?
eh?
Niam? The
Yeah,
guy
Liam.
Niam? Yeah.
Yeah, Liam is the West Brom one.
but you also know that overall the organizers are getting exactly what they want. Salah and Mane is still in it, and Cameroon the host because in these tournaments when the host is out, then it's much harder to get the crowd to come in there,
Yeah,
um, and really give it like that. So the fact that Cameroon is still there, Salah and Mane, who are the two biggest names there, to pull that crowd and keep eyes on everything like that. I think it's really good for the tournament in that respect. Not very good for Liverpool because I wish both of them were knocked out in the first round and they were back home playing football
It's fine. They have time. They have time.
or resting.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
a couple of teams I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in Nigeria that they never do better. You know what I mean? I mean, the way they went out, they just went out with a whimper.
it's a regular thing for them though.
Yeah, but it's just not
Disappointing.
good enough for the team that they have. You know what I mean? Same thing with Algeria. But
yeah.
just looking forward. I mean, it still look like it's final. I'm not sure how you have it, Greg, but it looked like it's probably gonna be Senegal and Egypt. You know what I mean? For the final. I don't see Burkina Faso as huge. You know what I mean?
I
I
don't
don't
see
see.
Egypt beating Cameroon though.
Well, that is that is a good point. But Burkina Faso, I think they're my weak link, wouldn't you say, in terms of the last four. I mean, they haven't really impressed. I don't know that much of them players, to be honest.
Except
You
for
know what I mean?
Traore.
Oh, yes. You know, I think what you the Sangari. He's a player. I think I think it's Ibrahim Sangari. I don't know if it's the same, but let me see a brand name Sangari. But yeah, I don't know if I don't know if Burkina Faso can pass any upset. You know what I mean?
Well,
And,
America is not so far because apart from Tunisia, they don't really beat nobody really. But then
Mm.
them still said the job done. I mean, like we said, Senegal not really a job no ball either because even what's his name, Koulibaly, them top defender, he looks a shadow of himself. Mane looks a shadow of himself. Even Mendy hasn't looked his. As a matter of fact, well, Mendy didn't play the first two games, right?
yeah,
I mean,
because
Ghana Gay is playing good, as one of their top players. He's playing up to par, but most of their team is just them just a play like what I call bongo ball at Jamaica players.
Yeah.
To be
No,
honest, to be
no,
honest,
right.
one of the best teams that I saw putting the ball together was and I think that game they were already qualified and they used the second string team. Nigeria, the third group game, Nigeria looked really good in that game. Like they were just playing their opponents after part.
but they are gone now, so
Yeah,
they
I guess
they
it
gave up
got
their right to talk about it.
But like Shane said, Algeria disappointed. What I like with this tournament though, the minnows showed up. You
Yeah,
know,
absolutely.
like sometimes you see Europe or you see Copa America and you see the minnows get bag up. None of that never happened.
But the truth is, apart from names, the talent level doesn't seem to be that wide of a gap in Africa in the African
True,
tournament. You know,
true.
there are some teams that have a lot of names, and we know a lot of Senegal players, and we know all of these players. But in terms of the talent on the field, like they're fast, they seem to have good control, they understand how to play football. You know, when I saw a few of the teams, I said, but yeah, the talent level doesn't seem that big. Apart from, oh, I know this player, I know this one, I know this one. But the talent level doesn't seem to be that of a gap compared. Sometimes when I watch some of the European game, you can see a clear difference between some of the
Big
teams.
gap
You know,
between them, yeah.
yeah, big gap. So
It's like one of the Guineas. I don't remember if it's Ecuador or Guinea Bissau, but one of them have is Spanish background. So they have a lot of players in if it's even the second division of Spain. And trust me, they play really good. I think it's Equatorial Guinea. Might be Equatorial. I don't remember if it's them or Guinea Bissau, but yeah, them players them like Black say, you can see there is a lot of quality there. We might not know them because them not play English or they for the top teams in the other leagues, but them players get it done. But yeah,
so,
my
so
pick is
maybe
Cameroon,
who you say going now? Who you say going to?
Cameroon and Senegal.
Okay. But I still think uh,
The two Liverpool players.
the two big stars, they're gonna do it. Well, the truth is, none of them have really played that excellent. Salah got a goal and assist in the last game.
Salah play decent.
Yeah, but I watched the last game, and yes, he had some moments, but he also hasn't been the Salah that has been ripping up the Premier League. But he did had the moments in the game still where he was right, he was on hand for that rebound, and the play that he went for the assist was probably his best play of the entire game. Yeah, when he finally got a chance to take the defender on the outside and then square with his right foot for the goal, and Mane has gotten some goals, but again, he hasn't been he hasn't been that Mane for a little while still. But he really hasn't been that player.
Well,
So
Cameroon have a front three where
That's exactly what I was going to talk about. But go
they
ahead.
are powerful, Bill,
oh,
but the man them still have speed.
yeah. What
Because
I'm
he's
captain
my name.
name?
It can be. He's the one
How
at Leon.
Yeah.
He's the one at Leon, right?
Leon, yeah.
The
Very
first
good.
time Mr. Leon used him on the wing, I was like, what the hell are they doing? This should be your number 9. But then when you see him play, the man have speed for a big dude. He come like a kush.
Yeah.
Don't make
Ah,
kush serious and get ahead of himself, man. But yeah, they have a powerful front line, dog. And they are real goal scorers. Like him and can't remember him.
Vincent Abubakar.
Yeah. He was
it's easy.
at Porto, right? Is
Yes,
he
sir.
one
It
of
was
his at Porto? Yeah. I mean, defenders have nightmares when them two strikers are
yeah.
running.
They have two very good striker. Alcambe scored 2 goals in the last game.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
fact,
Yeah.
I
he
think
scored
them
last
are
game.
5 and 6 goals respectively. They're the two leading goal scorers, or 6 and 6, something like that. For the
I
team.
would think I would think so. But yeah, it's funny because I was surprised that nobody never going for him. He's a dirt good strikers in and around the Premier League. I thought that was a cheeky bid from a Premier League team to Leon for fame. Wouldn't be the wouldn't be the worst thing. You know what I mean?
Or
Huh?
Bubakar. Which one? Akambi or Bubakar?
Can be. You know what I mean? Vincent Abubakar has been around for a while now. So
Yeah.
I would think him a little bit older. Although Okambi is around 30 to see me, to Okambi. But yeah, I thought that a cheeky bid
Akambi would fit Burnley.
would fit Burnley, would fit
Apparently
everything.
just got a man mountain, so
Bro, he fits a
Norwich.
lot of team, man. He can play football, he can run, he's a good
Yeah.
striker. Really is. But that's how it goes.
25 minutes to do the Premier League.
Right. Oh, Shane, quickly, them have Burkina Faso have thing that top sober. The Bayern defender. A young Bayern defender, yeah. I think they got him from a Leipzig him come from.
I'm not sure.
I don't remember what. No, it wasn't Leipzig. They got him from somewhere. It's not Germany though, like they normally do. But yeah, he's a good player. All right, the dreaded transfer deadline.
Yes, sir.
Should we
And
start with A answer what Arsenal did?
yeah. I think what we'll do it is we'll just go at the top of the league first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And see what teams have done. We'll look at Manchester City. And again, they didn't have to do that much. You know what I mean? The thing that people might think they want is a striker. We got a player from South America. I don't know that much about the player.
They loaned him back.
They
It's
loaned
not
him
over, right?
coming. So they and then they sold Ferran Torres. So
So Ferran Torres, that was a bizarre move to me. With Ferran Torres wanting to go to Barca, but we see there's a lot of players. I guess that Barcelona still have that allure. You know what I mean? You
yeah,
look on, you look and again, these individuals are not getting paid a bag of money. So I mean, when
No,
people say footballers only care about money, I don't think that is even the case either. You know what I mean? So you look on Traore and the joke on various social media outlets was that in turn 100 grand from Tottenham for a play for 15 grand a week
15 grand a bar.
15.
at Barcelona.
Amazing stuff.
What is going on? That's crazy. I mean, we talk about an individual who, again, in grew up at Barcelona to be fair, you know what I mean, and in forward through the system, but again, that is crazy. The Premier League, I would think that's where it's happening. You know what I mean? Spurs having a big stadium and all of these things. I just thought that we don't want to stay in our Premier League. But again, to be fair, it's Barcelona. With Ferran Torres, you're going to get good game at Manchester City. I look funny. I mean, I said to myself, so boy, having a Pep Guardiola there, having him and you featuring Fiend team and just injury curtail. Because he would have make headways in terms of playing up front for Manchester
He
City.
was a starting false nine.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't understand why, again, we just end up leaving and going back to Spain. I mean, good luck to him, though.
It's Manchester also, and like not everybody actually wants to live in Manchester.
Yeah,
Not all of that. Tim, do you think he's aware that Pep might be leaving next season?
I don't think he would be privy to any of that information.
Huh?
Pep is not talking to that.
yeah, I don't know.
Just a thought. Just a thought.
Maybe.
But overall, City stay pat, but they are so far ahead and they are so consistent. The team has gelled so well that I don't see any negative from what they have done. You know, yeah, it should. As I say, it doesn't really make sense that they let Ferran Torres go, but I don't think they needed him. I don't think they needed him to win anything.
Yeah, they already play with him all season.
Yeah.
Without him,
Yeah,
basically.
so they'll be fine.
There's only one spot I think City could have probably added was a left back. I mean, even though Cancelo is playing so good there, he's their natural left back, you know, because all their left backs that they have just don't work out over there. So they probably could have used a left back. They will be linked to Luca Digne at one point. You know, that never happened. And right now we see where Kyle Walker is gonna be suspended for I think 3 Champions League games. I think it's 3 games. So Cancelo go have to go back and play right back, and then they go have to use
So,
Zinchenko.
there.
so Greg, the issue to me then, and you got to bring up the Champions League game that Walker. That's where they would have an issue. In the Premier League, I don't think it matters that they got our left back or not. I think they will be able to.
But Champions League is what they're trying to do.
Is what, and so for that purpose, when you meet up one of those teams, if so happen that you lose a player, you know, then you'd want to have some coverage here. So from that perspective, yeah, you're probably right. They could have gotten somebody there, but apart from that, I think they're still solid. And honestly, it doesn't matter which team they go up against, unless them do something foolish, which they always do in the Champions League. They still, to me, are gonna be favorite in almost any game they play.
Still not understand how Tottenham beat them.
No, I always think that's the case here.
But they still have some hits for forwards in the Blacks. I mean, this league is one that I think that the Premier, the tycoon is sewn up yet, and you see.
As long as Liverpool don't beat them.
They have,
Anyway, well, the truth is, the truth is, Liverpool is uh, 9 points back, but technically it can be as low as 6. And one of those 6, we have to play them. And playing them, that you could cut it to 3. Then that only means that City need to drop a game.
So Wally Patricia
So there's a lot of if, but it is a feasible one. It's almost when City had run us down a couple of years ago. They had a game in hand with us, and they had games. So they had us to play, plus they had game in hand. So even though we were so far ahead, it looked like we're so far ahead. Just them beating us and then winning their game in hand, they had closed it to 2 points. Because that's what really it was. And in this scenario now, it can be just 3 points if Liverpool take care of their games. And then when they head-to-head game with City, they beat them. That's where the league could come back a little bit, But again, City has been so consistent. Liverpool has been consistently inconsistent in that taking care of some of the games that we should have won. So I'm not all that optimistic about that happening. It would be great if it does. For one, it would also make the league better going down to the end. Because then City would have to make choices in Champions League. Liverpool have to make choices in Champions League and stuff like that. Yeah, so all of that.
More twists and turns left than just struggle to beat Southampton in the last game.
Southampton should have beaten them. Southampton should have beaten them.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So let's just see how it goes, man. It's hard to play for. Still have more games left. Yeah, we'll just move on to Liverpool and the Reds.
Yeah, since you talk about them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
By the way, the Fulham youth Carvalho that fell through at the last.
Yeah, it fell through. It was fully agreed. The deal was fully agreed.
No deal sheet.
But they just after they just didn't submit the paperwork in time afterwards.
Deal sheet.
No, there was something with the loan.
Yeah, that's what held it up. So by the time they agreed it was too late for them to submit it. But based on everything that they're saying, it's just a matter of time. They probably not rekindle whatever they're doing back in.
So is he that good?
Well, based on what he's going on,
games.
Well, it's $10 million. $10 million. He's scoring I think he have at least 7 goals and 4 assists in 19 games already for Fulham in the championship.
He's a winner.
And he's their focal point right now in terms of doing a lot for that team.
What is he, 19 or 20?
He is 19.
Okay.
So I actually was more excited about that signing than the Diaz one because no, wait. I didn't expect the Diaz one to happen now. We always know that we're gonna go for him. There was a conversation along, but I thought it was summer, so it wasn't there. The Fulham one, because one I know Liverpool wanted him, but because we know that he's gonna be a free agent at the end of the year, and there's a lot of clubs out there. So when time we see that we were at the head of the queue, I was very happy because I think it's a good one for the future. From that perspective, the Diaz signing to me is a great signing for Liverpool. Not that because I know this player and he's the greatest thing and he's gonna be what. It's none of that. It's that if you look at the player profile, if you look at the skill set that's out there for him, he's exactly the player that Liverpool need right now. He's there to help carry some of that load that sometimes we seem to struggle to carry.
He's what Mane used to be.
And it would be great. It's like Jota came in and Firmino wasn't scoring goal, but he was working hard and doing a lot of things. Jota came in, he works just as hard, but he's also scoring goal. Mane has 8 goals. It's not like he doesn't have any goal, but he take about 100 shots. This man has taken probably more shots in the league so far. Mane his conversion ratio is so poor this year. I remember one game he scored a goal, but he took 10 shots to score the goal. So Diaz, I think, is kind of what we need. I think he can offer a spark for the team. He helps to refresh the team. And for this running, I think he's gonna be one of those players who can really help us to get over the hump. He has a skill set that right now, I say, We don't have anything. We don't have anybody who's looking at the man in front of him and say, "Oh no, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna take it to the left. I'm gonna take it to the right.
He's sharp. He's
I'm
very
gonna
sharp.
run past you. I'm gonna cut it back." Like, he can do any of it. You know, Manny used to be that. I remember when Manny had to rip Arsenal apart a couple of years ago. When he just basically said, "Whoever it is, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna score." And, you know, you remember that game now? 4-3, I think it had ended. We're up 3-0 in about 25 minutes. Well, but Manny is somebody that I would love to see back again at Liverpool. But Diaz have that ability. Will he hit the ground running? We never know about players who come from other leagues. You know, will they hit the ground running? But his skill set is one that I think should translate. And the fact that he's going to come to Liverpool and he's not going to be asked to carry the burden of Liverpool, I think he'll be able to, even that impact sub. You know, because look at it this way now. Now, before when we're taking Minamino off the bench, he comes on and sometimes gets in some good position, but he doesn't score goals. He doesn't do all the little things. I don't think that will be Diaz. I don't think Diaz is going to miss that goal that Minamino missed in the last game that he had played. You know?
Yeah.
He do stuff better than that. So.
Yeah, I think it's the insurance policy as you go forward, if you're running, as we call it, right? And what it will actually do too is or make people like Salah and Mane start pulling up their socks, proverbial socks, and say, yo, you know, have this guy forward in and try to steal the spotlight. Same thing with Diego Jota. You have to look funny and say, yeah, more have to keep the spot. You know, this front three or front four, whatever I want to play for. So just give him more options, you know what I mean? So I like that part of it. The other thing is a caveat, side caveat to just looking upon the business Liverpool have done. It's really weird. It seems like a little bit moneyballish in terms of looking through lower leagues, looking at individuals that now go cost you a lot of money, you know what I mean, and looking at individuals for the future. I wonder if again we're looking for a team like Liverpool who they might look funny and say we don't want to get into the rat race of spending big money. We just want to go about our business a different way, and that can have a double. It's like a double-edged sword because you want to get quality in a transfer market at a certain amount, a certain price, but you do have to pay for top talent. So again, there is going to be top footballers on the market, especially in the summer. Are they going to be in for it? Are they going to just to try to get people from Fulham, get people from, you know, Porto and, you know, from Wolves and other teams like that? What is the strategy going forward? And are you comfortable with them signing these individuals?
Well, somewhat. So I'm happy with what I see going on from the perspective of I don't think it's a singular strategy. I don't think it's a singular plan. You know, wherever you look at it, Diaz is 25 years old and he cost $50 million. That's not potatoes.
The Diaz signing is fine.
Jota also costs $45 million. That's also not potatoes. If you do the right work, bring in the right, you scout the person properly and say this person fits our philosophy, it fits what we are trying to do here. Then from that perspective, how much you pay for them is not an issue. And I think they did the work from that end, so I think the personnel are good. But at the same time, you know, if you look at, I like what I see Real Madrid is doing right now. Real Madrid is good. They are buying up a bunch of young talent. All of them won't make it, but if you get 1 out of 3, you save yourself.
These are different caliber talents. They're not buying Marco Gruiches.
But Marco Gruich, who allows to buy Diaz? You know, he allows to buy Diaz because the reason why Liverpool bought Diaz was because Porto said to Liverpool, "Can we put off that payment that we have for Marco Gruich?" Liverpool then now become aware that Porto is having financial problems, and were able to say, "Tell Tottenham to go away with their small club self, and we will give you $9 million upfront, and you can hold off on the Gruich payment. Take care of your debts, and we will take him for half what Porto was trying to hold out for this player."
It's a cute story, but we're going to try to frame this so much, try to frame it, say, right? Again, Real Madrid, when they buy individuals, they're not just buying individuals. Say, yo, look at that brother, he's young, he has potential. These are the best potential in Europe. You understand what I mean? They're not vying. They're
From
not
South
vying.
America.
They're not vying. No, are in us from South America. You know what I mean? So when you look on the individuals in the buy, it's a reason. So then we look on, who? I mean, the kid Rodrigo from Brazil, or all of
Or
these.
Vinny. When they bought Vinny, they pay what, like 40 something million for
What's
Vinny?
up, man?
Yes,
Vinny was a
They over the top.
16-year-old.
But they are Real
precisely.
Madrid.
Or Mendy when you buy him from Leon.
Yeah.
Again, there is a strategy, but again, I'm not gonna let Liverpool off a hook, and they need to understand. Say again, you have a great manager, but you cannot just keep out and just do it kind of cheap. You cannot do it kind of
So
cheap.
so
And I
so
hope
Shane,
that's the idea.
I
I
think
agree with what
Liverpool
you're
still
saying.
needed a midfielder.
I agree. Yes, that's what I was gonna say. I agree with
What
what
are
you're
you
saying.
waiting on? Hold on, you'll get few time to
But,
talk.
but one, let me just finish. Let me just finish and then give it to you. And I agree with what you're saying from that perspective. But we also see where Liverpool, whenever we needed a particular position taken care of over the last couple of years, we have gone out. Right now, the
That
next
was
place
with
we're
the
gonna need to
Firmino
take
money.
care of. Eh?
That was with that was with the Coutinho money.
But it did take care of the needs, and they didn't stinge on the needs. So we're gonna have a need for a midfielder. We still need a midfielder. So there's Jude Bellingham out there. There's that young boy from Ajax. There's the one from Monaco. Will we go for one of them? Because to me, we need one of those players. We need one. They are now and future. They are an investment. Will we go for one of them? That to me will tell how serious we are in terms of
The
trying to
ambitious
maintain
though,
our keep.
Gravenberch.
Huh?
The ambitious though,
But
Gravenberch.
we
I don't know how to pronounce it. Good midfielder. I like him. I like him. The Ajax
but
one.
oh,
Yeah, I mean, again, we saw
Kevin Bakker, I really like that player. That's who I want us. They said Jude Bellingham. One, I rather that player more than Bellingham. That's who I think we should go for.
I think Bellingham has more to his game though than him. But Gravenberch is Gravenberch is kind of closer to Fabinho. I think Bellingham is more mobile than him, and Bellingham have more goals in him than Gravenberch. But
No
yeah,
problem.
Gravenberch is kind of closer to a Fabinho if you ask me. Just like the Shane Baller, the Monaco him there.
for money.
Yeah, whatever you pronounce his name. Yeah, he's more defensively solid too. But if you're looking for a genie replacement, Henderson there forward towards the end of his career. I mean, actually, you need two midfielders right now, bro, because you haven't replaced Genie yet, and you're gonna need to be. And don't bring Arsenal. We're talking about serious teams right now.
No,
So not because me I point out where you need to strengthen your
no,
branch.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Go on.
Yeah. All right. So Milner should be like probably like a
Okay.
Fernandinho. So you're bringing him in now and then. I have him a cheer around the team, motivate the young players. Henderson, yeah, because of the captain and still a giving games, but he should be in a
Every day.
title team, a team where challenge for Champions League and all that. You shouldn't be looking to Henderson right now. So um Fabinho is the only one in your midfield right now. Well, except
Yeah,
for probably a Curtis Jones. So you still need two
But
midfielders.
again, and that's what I'm saying. So my thing and how I look at it is, what do we do for that position? That is what's gonna tell me if
Hold
we
on.
really made the switch over from being the old Liverpool that we were to not just that we are looking for bargain, because I think they will never stop looking for bargain. Liverpool have one of the best analytic departments in the Premier League, so we're always gonna be looking for those players who think they can
yes.
whatever. But will we go and get that player? Because I think we need to get one of those type of
You
players.
don't know, man. No, maybe I look for the free agents list this summer, but I can't find it. I know I had it somewhere in my phone.
No. Fine. It in the meantime, we could talk and still speak.
Shane might know. No, we go ask about a player. Tielemans, will he be free agent this
No,
summer?
no, I think he'll have 1 year left.
You have 1 year
Yeah,
left.
but you can still go to Leicester with the money, and because it's not working out right now for him at Leicester. There's something going on there. Even when he performs. I
He
mean,
said
even their
He
fans
is
are starting to get on him right now.
he is expressed his ambition to move on now.
yeah.
Because this is a kid that was playing Champions League from he was probably about 17. He captain Anderlecht from a very early age. So he's been playing at the highest level, like I said, or at a pretty high level from about 60-year-old. He's 24 now. You know, he probably needs something else to motivate. 24 or 25, somewhere there. He needs some more motivation. So a move to a Liverpool, you know, could probably be what spark that
That's
fire
a
under
good
his
show.
feet again and, you know,
That's
get
a
him
good show.
to move on to his foot. Because I think he still has another level to unlock. You know, I see him getting probably not to a De Bruyne, but I think he can get better than where he is
He's a
right
very
now.
good player. He's a
He
very
has a
good
lot
player.
of facets to his game. You know, so that could be another option that you guys can look at. And I mean, he already has Premier League experience. He don't have to come in and try acclimatize to the league.
True.
So I
I'll give
actually,
him.
hold on, Shane, one quick one. I actually thought Newcastle would have tried to poach him away. You know, just pitch to
But
him that
Oh,
that's not
we're
don't
what
not
he
worry.
wants to.
around.
I have a
You
lot.
are
I have
gonna
a lot to
be
say about Newcastle. I can't wait.
Yeah,
all
but
right.
that's not what he wants, so Greg. He
Let
wants to play for a top team. I don't think he's just looking at the
so
Yeah,
Newcastle.
he's not.
Liverpool,
No, yeah, you're
a
absolutely right.
Liverpool or a Man U would be the
Yeah,
two perfect teams for
yeah,
him right now.
that's what he wants,
Because
and
City
so
and Chelsea, I think City and Chelsea midfield are set. You know,
and
I
would
think
be
I
a
make you
Liverpool
right
or
with this.
yeah,
eh?
I think you're right with what you said.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And to be fair to Liverpool, RV Elliott, he had a unfortunate injury when he was really forwarding on start the season. You know what I mean? I think Klopp had big dreams and hopes for him. You know what I mean? Just an unfortunate time to get injured. Who knows how he fought back?
exactly.
But I think hopefully he fought back. Again, you can see the Klopp when really rate him as a player. So again, they have players, but I just don't want them to rest on them laurels. You know what I mean? And just say, oh yeah, we can take shortcuts because you're going up against City. You're not going up against some trash team. You're going up against probably the best ever team that's ever assembled, the best ever manager. So you have to make sure you keep the Liverpool owners honest and say, yeah, we need tools to go up against this behemoth. I
And
digress.
we had that conversation a few days ago when, and I was saying, Liverpool problem, and no, remember who I said Liverpool problem is City. It's Liverpool doesn't have another problem other than really City. If it wasn't for City, this Liverpool team would have won another Premier League at a minimum, and probably they would be competing for another a third one. So if it wasn't for City, it's City that's the problem.
In every league, in every Premier League, I'm not gonna say in every league because you have some trash leagues. That's only one team. But in every Premier League season, you always have two teams at
No,
least. They
but it's not
fight
the
for
season.
honors.
I think it's the era. There,
In
I
every
think
era,
City
you have two
era has
teams.
been City. It was unfortunate you're born the wrong time. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
all.
yeah, but Manchester United and Chelsea did it. You know what I mean? And Manchester United had Arsenal, and then they had Chelsea and Arsenal. You always have two teams who is vying. Even go back to Bill Shankly days. You know what I mean? You always have two teams, but again, if you continue with this sort of, because if you look one, as we say, go back to Germany and look for what Klopp did with Borussia Dortmund. It always was difficult to lift them to the level of Bayern Munich. And it takes good management, but it also takes investment. And you need investment, good investment.
You watch a video the other day. I had posted and I decided to not look funny and then watch it after that. But again, one I think when I posted, I said, now we see why Fenway Sports love Clark because of what he did at Mainz. You know, how he brought that team, or how he did with almost no resources, and Liverpool have a lot more resource, but the philosophy of how they operate is just operating it the same way in a much bigger scale. You know
He's a
about that?
very he's a very special manager. You still need
He
maybe
need
support.
backing. He still need backing.
100%.
And
Let's move
totally,
on quickly. We have Wolipa team to go.
yeah.
We'll go with Chelsea. You know, blue is the color, football is the name, and football is the game. Let's go.
And not,
Chelsea.
not
What
having a left back is gonna be a
anything?
problem.
Huh?
And not having a left back is gonna be a problem.
Don't they have two?
Are they injured? Who's back? Who's there not playing for them now?
Chilwell with his
Alonso injured too?
Why were they trying to get back? What they wanted Lucas Dinger, and they also wanted to get buy what they won't play.
Because they not rate Alonso really.
And that's the problem. That's what I said. Before the injury of their fullbacks, they were in a much better position. Since then, the other players are there.
I think Reece James injury has
So
hit them even
huge
more.
miss, isn't it?
But it's both of them at the same time. That's the problem. Both of them got
Yeah,
injured.
but you said left backs. You didn't mention the right back.
Oh no, but they seem to have more problem on the left. Since then,
Uh,
they really haven't gone out and tried to get a right back. They have gone out and tried hard to get a left back to go back in.
Offensively, the thing what we know about Alonso, offensively is very good. You know, what I mean,
Yeah.
defensive, but I already said it, bro. And I was never convinced by Chelsea because of their lack of goals, and they didn't really address it. I mean, Timo Werner is back from injury, back. You know, I mean, let's see, let's see. You know, it's funny because he kind of play a little bit good. You know, what I mean, little shades you want to show before he got injured. Let's see what happened. Them when rumored they try to get Usman and Dembele. I thought that would have been a good signing if they had pulled it off, but I guess it never happened for various reasons. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? But again, I'm intrigued by this Chelsea side because I think that them just it's just so good that I think they nailed down to third and that's it. You know what I mean? I don't think they
Don't agree.
and we talk about this, but I just think that then team is too good to fall out of top four. But I don't think they're consistent enough. I don't think they score enough goal. I don't think they're attractive enough to go further than second or be second or first. Greg, what do you think?
I think they needed a fullback. If it's even a versatile fullback, you know, one that can play both wings, but they did need a fullback. We know up front they're having issues, but like who does Chelsea really get? Because I mean they went out and spent King's ransom and Lukaku. I mean this was the coach that went out and got him. He knew what he was going to get. He knew the kind of
Right.
player,
Let me
but
ask you a question.
yet still it's not working out. So I mean I don't even know who does Chelsea go out and get to improve their
Do you
attack.
think that was a coach's signing? Because he looked like in a rate him. No, we know say Chelsea, them do have Marina Gers, the lady. Her name is Marina Gravenskaya or something like that. And she is so remember when the Black Group there was the director of football. I know it's her.
The
You know,
Nigerian, yeah.
yeah. I know it's her. And we do know say Chelsea go out and just do them buying sometimes for the manager. I wonder, seeing how in treat Lukaku with contempt sometimes, I wonder if that was his signing or was this just a club signing. Because Chelsea do that club signing thing sometimes. You know what I mean? And he's not convinced. The manager is not convinced by him.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense because, I mean, yeah, why would he? It would be like with the Van der Beek situation at Man U then. It didn't seem like Ole was the one that signed him because ever since he came in,
Well, just roll into that
yeah,
conversation. They're fourth place right now.
Yeah,
that, that,
I think that we're seeing a lot of that now in a
yeah.
football where you have the boards making signing. You know what I mean? And if it's not a big manager like
Emery said it. Emery said he wanted Zaha and they said Pepe instead.
But again, Real Madrid and Barca has been doing that for a little while. Where they do up. You are the coach.
But they can't go out the window and buy like 10 quality players like shit.
But I know, but put it this way, what I'm saying, the model is not an unsustainable one if it's done properly with proper football people doing it.
if you have a director of
If
football,
director of football and stuff like that, so I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And the Red Bull teams and stuff like that, that's how they do it. They look at
Ajax
it
have done it for years.
this is the philosophy, this is the type.
But then they get coaches who fit that system.
No problem. Which is where the difference is coming now with somebody like Chelsea, because Chelsea will go out and find a nice shiniest object out there as a coach or whatever, or as a player, and then they'll buy it because it looks nice. So are they following that model, or are they just following?
I think they really need a winger because other than Callum Hudson or die, like who is a real true winger or English kind of winger. Because even you look at that Pulisic, he
Chelsea
like
did what?
so
I thought that's all they have.
they're not like white. I mean, all right, if they had gotten Dembele, he's a different dimension of winger.
You go
We're
get
talking about the
Chelsea for
wingers. We're talking about the wingers them who spread the field. You see me, to me, Hudson is the only winger they have that really spread the field. Pulisic, as soon as he gets the ball, it's inside.
I
ZH,
think that's most
I
wingers
mean,
nowadays, Greg.
ZH
Most
don't
wingers
really have any
nowadays.
speed.
but
Mason Mount plays inside.
coach's problem.
Havertz plays inside.
But Greg,
Most of
it's
their
a
attacking
coach's
midfielders
problem with
prefer
this
to come inside.
inverted winger.
Eh?
Everybody is an inverted winger nowadays. So how they gonna spread the field when everybody plays an inverted
That's
winger?
where the fullbacks come in. That's why
Everybody plays an
they
inverted
No,
winger.
but and all of them. I mean, you get somebody like a Dembele, you know, he's not one-footed, so he's not really an inverted winger
But
because
but I'm
he can
saying
be
all
used
these other
everywhere.
players that you're calling, they all play on the opposite side. So that's what they
No, not the Chelsea players. I mean, Hudson Odoi plays on the right and ZH plays on the left.
well,
They're not playing with inverted wingers, but I
when
mean,
these
ZH
players
is
are playing.
slow. For a winger, ZH is slow. One.
But when these players are playing, they are also playing with their fullbacks who are the ones who created the width on Chelsea side. Reece James and Chilwell. They are the ones. So again, they are forced inside. They are forced inside naturally. When Chelsea is playing their best team, these players, even if they are wingers, they are forced inside every single time. So that's how they want to play.
Yeah.
Well, they're missing something, aren't they? They look stagnant sometimes.
It
Well,
might be the manager too.
all right.
Manager have
So,
to make sure
to be honest, Shane, you know, I think he was a stopgap, but because he win the Champions League,
And then they
win
win
the
it.
Champions League.
Yeah.
then again,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then
Yeah,
they
you're
win.
absolutely right. And again, that's the funny thing because everybody, I thought I see when they say, you know, they're so impressed with Chelsea. And again,
Yes, yes, Shane. I said it and you shut it down because I told you that
it's fine.
they
No, it's
would.
fine.
No,
And this
because to be honest, with the squad they had, and then
the squad is
adding Lukaku to
beautiful.
that, I was like, shit. I mean, who go beat them?
Have
Yeah.
a good
Especially after
squad.
how Lukaku handled the
And
Arsenal.
that's what is so puzzling about it that they have such good talent and it just not happen for them. It'll be interesting. You need to watch yourself soon because we know what Chelsea is. You follow that NI season and win significant honors, you might get chopped off. You understand? So
Well,
we'll see.
put it this way, Manchester United is right behind them at the moment. They have
Ain't going nowhere.
they didn't do
Trust me,
anything.
they need to fear Tottenham more
So,
because
so,
with
so
these
they
three
didn't do
additions,
any. So United is in fourth. They didn't do anything at all in the window. They let go Van der Beek. They lost Mason, which I think is gonna be a very big miss for them.
He
yeah.
was playing.
And
They lost
Martial,
Martial, who the last game he came on, you wonder, say, oh, where is he? Where has this guy been? Because he looked like a decent player when he came on. They upset Jesse Lingard, who wanted to leave, and then decided he's not gonna leave. We don't know what you're gonna get from him for the rest of the year. They are
yeah,
hoping they get the Lingard who went to West Ham last year. Because
yeah, but he ain't gonna do what they're losing from Mason and Martial.
I don't know. Well, again, he gave more than that when he went to
That is
West
a
Ham last
good
year.
point. I didn't even think about Marshall
Yeah.
and then no with Mason. You know what I mean? The other thing is too that it's funny because Ronaldo just haven't been playing well. You understand? Just haven't been scoring. You know what I mean? I wonder if there is a thing where him and Bruno don't really play that well together consistently. You know what I
Anyway,
mean? And it's crazy looking at the whole thing. I wonder if going forward, it'll be interesting to see how we set up that team again when them power back up our international break.
Because
Because
Pogba will be ready, right? Oh, that's a new signing for them. Pogba.
yeah, okay.
that's like a new
Well,
signing.
well, the new signing also is gonna be Sancho. He has to be a new signing for them
He
too, because he
has to
hasn't turned
come
up as
through
yet.
for
He hasn't turned up as yet.
him or Rashford. Him or Rashford.
Yeah.
And
All
Rashford
right.
forward in to be fair, Rashford scored a few goals the other day. You understand?
But
So again,
is he
one
gonna
out
get
night
the
for
hat trick? Because he's very inconsistent. That's the problem. Rashford will score a few goals here and then
I rate Rashford, bro. I rate Rashford. I still hold out hope that he go be. You know what I mean? He go start. He go start deliver consistently. You know what I mean? It look like the way whatever you say about manager. It look like he really rate Ngala. It look like he really rate him. It look like saying want to put him in a squad and have him as a part of the team. So therefore, them have a team. Well, they have a good team. Whatever. Although they lose to
As
two,
squad.
they have a good squad still. You know what I mean? If we can get the midfield right, they should be all right, bro. They should be all right.
I'm surprised he met the next young you would leave because I think he was a brighter prospect than Elanga. Diallo.
Well,
Amat
I'm
Diallo.
actually,
Amat. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I actually watch him Sunday morning for
it's
Rangers.
good, right?
You know what it is though. He was. I mean, again, is he on loan? They left him. They make him leave on loan.
Yeah, them
Yes.
sitting down Rangers
That's
alone.
smart. That's smart because he's a huge talent. And what if people across Europe know how good he is? So making him leave and go play regular football, it's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? Because people know how good he is. Man United fans talk about how good he is. We've seen him. I think last year he played in a Europa League against AC Milan.
Atalanta.
Yes, and he was at like Atalanta, but he played in a Europa League for Man United last season, and he was very good when he fouled them. So it's good for him to play football. So
Hold
it's
on, there were a few questions here in the section. I had to realize. Nevji asked, any African nation ready to challenge for the World Cup?
Greg, you always a go back, you know. One make you always a go
No,
back.
no, no. The
no, we
man said,
can't we can't
understandable.
say.
Oh, we even have a Russian commenting.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
I don't think that's I
They
think
try to
that's
take our money.
somebody send them cash up to the Russian man.
I'm not
Yeah,
doing it.
blacks go for it. All right, so
Um,
Manu, that's
It
it
was
for them.
the next
98 to make that happen to me again.
Again. Okay, that's that's a
Unbelievable.
that's a conversation for another
so,
day.
For the black.
moving on. So the other teams that are there
West
challenging
Ham,
Tottenham,
West Ham,
West Ham
West
is
Ham.
next, but
they
Greg,
didn't
give
make
West
any
Ham some
moves.
credit, please, and give them respect.
but didn't do much. They struck out on a few of the targets that they went out there for.
They didn't
Um,
do anything.
I don't think that's gonna be helpful for them. I see them fading in the second half. Um, they needed a backup for Antonio. They needed somebody
Yeah,
to help to take some
Backup. They
pressure.
needed somebody. They needed another striker. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? They
and
needed another
they just
striker.
didn't
It's,
do it.
it's a
So,
mixture.
Camby would have probably worked out there. He's
so
that
Exactly.
kind of player.
are, are, get, are getting back at Jesse Lingard of last year would have been helpful for them also.
Yeah.
But
I was wondering why they never went in for Jesse.
they did. Man United not selling
Man
let
United
no rivals.
get 12 feet and say, you know what, we're not letting
So
anybody else
rivals,
in.
they're not gonna do it.
Oh, because they're challenging for
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
spot.
So that's
Okay.
why they stopped it. So I think that's gonna be an issue for them. The team that I think is gonna be a real issue for a lot of people is Tottenham. Um, I see that I was talking today when I said Tottenham actually with games in hand can go to third place if
All right,
they
them bring in Rodrigo Betancourt and Jason Kulusevski. Them lose Tanga and Dembele.
not
Tanga
much
and
for the
Dembele
team.
RIP. Again, a player who I hold out hoping to go back home to Lyon and see if he can
It's
fit
a
in.
loan, though, right?
But
Huh?
the team don't lose anything by losing him. At
It's a
least now
loan.
Absolutely not, because he wasn't
he wasn't.
producing. And
They lose Dele Alli.
they lose Deli Ali.
Team wasn't doing much with him. And
Wasn't doing
same thing.
anything, and we'll see how that
So
goes.
those are addition by subtraction.
I have so much to say about
The
Lyon.
funny thing is, though, they almost lost Steven Bergwijn, but Ajax wasn't willing to pay the 25 million, and I was like, why are they trying to? But then again, I saw where the coach wasn't the one pushing for that. He actually wanted Bergwijn to stay. So
Can you
when
leave one balance the books?
so yeah, when that didn't happen, I guess he was actually happy because he see him as his backup for Harry Kane. So, which I still think they needed
Back up Harry Kane.
especially with Son. I mean, when is Son returning, by the way?
I think he
Is it
should
February
return after the break.
Okay, so yeah, but they still needed someone else. But yeah, two good
No,
additions,
no, to be
especially
fair, Greg. To be fair,
Kulisevsky.
we have
Rate him. Hmm?
Yeah, you have look Kulusevski, you have Birdvine, and you have Mora who was playing. He's inconsistent, but he's been alright for them, right?
Yeah.
So you have some good players. You still have Hoiberg in there. I know you're bringing Batancourt. He would know how to use and you'd have ideas how to use where to
Speaking
go.
of Hoiberg, they were trying to add Douglas Luiz from Villa. And it seems like Villa were willing to part ways with him, but I
We'd
don't
have
know
to
if it's
no,
the funds they
we'd
didn't
have to
get.
keep him
Yeah.
because he's a player that a lot of people, I think Manchester City, etc., have looked at him.
No,
But
he's an ex City.
he
Huh?
was a City player. City
He's
sold
an
him.
ex City player, and their the buyback clause just run out. I think it's in the summer. The buyback
He went
clause
out.
run out. Yeah, so the
Oh
City
man, I
went.
thought.
No,
Yeah.
the buyback run out, but they still have a sell on clause on him. So
Okay.
if Villa
Okay,
sell him, then get something off him. But
okay,
the
okay.
buyback clause ended.
Uh,
So City never have any rights to him in terms of.
well, as I said, I said this earlier on today, and also repeat it. I look at Chelsea, United, West Ham, Arsenal, and Tottenham.
Yeah, kind of
And
Arsenal nothing.
because
Mid-table team.
all of those teams are from 3 to 7. And I believe that it's an open race for 2 spots. I don't believe it's only one. Shane may disagree. And
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
look, and I believe that one, Tottenham has the best coach out of that. And also, Harry Kane is the best player out of all of those also. If he start to play ball again. I mean, just say what I think. He's
So
the best. They are the best player and the best coach. And
best coach.
and I believe that they will be the one who are going to be more comfortable at the end of it compared to the rest of teams.
Again, I think Man United have the best overall squad, and I think that will stand them in a good stead. You know what I mean? And they have some very good players if they start click. I like the Man United team for the fourth place. I think that again just the amalgamation of talent. I look funny. They already grind out results and grinding out results. You know what I mean? It's good because you now play well, but you still pick up results. So I like the Man United team overall. You know what I mean? And them bringing back players. I think they should be able to get the top four soon enough. That's how I look at it. I love the Kulusevski signing to Spurs. I think it's gonna be a good signing. I think it's a smart signing. Remember, you know, Greg say them bringing in the director of football he's from Italy and he used to be actually director of football for Juventus. So that's how you can see where you get Romero. Remember, say them get Romero from the Argentinian defender. Now they gone get Betancourt and Kulusevski. So you can see where those signings are coming.
Betancourt, like I said, Betancourt is a very solid midfielder. You know, he's
Solid,
actually the starting central mid for Uruguay. In
solid,
case
solid
some
player.
people don't really know much about him, I'm actually surprised he fell down the pecking order for Juventus because he's one of their better. I mean, I rate him over Rabiot. I mean, I know you're a French fan, but rate
I'm
him
not a
over
fan of
Rabiot.
Rabiot, you know that.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of Rabiot. I just don't think that Betancourt is different from what they have. Like I don't think he's much better than Hoiberg or what I mean the Harry Winks or etc. It'd be interesting to see when you use them. You understand? I'll say that. But
Probably he gonna use like the three where Liverpool will have the three working midfielders and probably that's what he's going for.
yeah,
Because I mean, in Ndombele and Lo Celso were the only really two number tens yet, and he was trying to move Lo Celso. I don't even
yeah.
know what happened.
They did
Lo
move Lo
Celso,
Celso. He
oh,
got
they moved Lo Celso.
yeah, man, they moved Lo Celso.
You sure?
Yeah, man, Lo Celso went. He went
So
back to Spain.
that's no number tens for them right now.
He went
They
back to
don't use
Spain.
their two number tens. It's
Um,
just centrals that Liverpool used to have.
Yeah,
well,
but see that's Antonio Conte. Like he not really
Yeah.
look to use number tens. He's looking for 3-5-2 most of the
Jiggy,
time, right?
Jiggy messaging you. You're taking his pointers.
That's true. Okay.
And he's telling us Liverpool got theirs, which we already went
yeah,
over. Thanks,
the
Jiggy.
captain
Thanks for
obvious.
listening.
He could forward down and
No, we
say,
don't want him on it. He's gonna make it go too long.
Sarge, mess up yourself. Sarge say we need to add more people. No, we can't add no more because Jiggy talk too much and the show now go end.
no,
But,
Budgie if he send tell Budgie if he add people if they want. I don't mind.
but
Um,
the
No,
one thing,
Sarge, I say we need
the
more.
one thing that I also think though, Conte wanted to upset the apple cart. He thought there were too much comfortable people at Tottenham. He cleared them out. I think he will get a reaction from some of these players that are there before, and the ones that come in, I'm sure they know who the hell they're going to play for. So I don't see Betancourt and going in there and being the same or something.
Oh, they played for him already. I think Bentancur
yeah,
played for him before.
Yeah.
Yourself, no, but I think Bentancur played for him.
yeah,
Yes, so
absolutely right.
from my perspective, I expect a reaction from Tottenham in that respect. What did Arsenal do? They gave away Aubameyang. They don't have a striker. They didn't add anybody.
Can we go to the lower end of the table now? Because
What did
It's not gonna
Arsenal
take long,
do?
Drake.
huh?
What
It's
did
not gonna
Arsenal
take
do?
long.
Arteta is trying to free up the wages.
Okay.
That's the only explanation I have. Because
That's
I can't see anything. I mean, we got rid of Maitland-Niles and Chambers, two potential backup right backs. Chambers can play centre back, Maitland-Niles can play central midfield. We have issues in those three positions. Because if either Ben White or Gabriel out, the team looks shaky. They had a centre back. Well, which holding is the only other centre back we have. Right? I think we sent Pablo Mari and loan as well. So holding is the only other centre back we have right now in the squad. You know, Chambers got sold or released, whatever it was, and Pablo Mari left. Like I said, Maitland-Niles got sent out.
your best player is in France anyway.
Salima, he'll be back.
Good job.
Definitely he'll be back. He'll be back next season.
We'll see. Arteta is the coach. Whenever you speak out for your rights, where Arteta is concerned, that's it for you. I mean, Aubameyang, I don't have a problem with Aubameyang getting moved on, but this is where the problem comes in. We let him go for free. The man had 18 months left on his contract.
If we want
Free.
Y'all said $25 million. Nobody was gonna pay $25 million for Aubameyang.
Anyway, let me continue. You let a player go who has 18 months left on his contract for free. You did not replace him. You haven't brought in a striker. You have the two strikers you're depending on have less than 6 months left on their contract, and already told you they won't be re-signing in Nketiah and Lacazette.
That's all that's on
Both of them might be leaving in the summer. I mean, actually, they can sign with somebody a pre-contract as of tomorrow. So you weakness squad in positions that we need is strengthening. The two main spots that we need is strengthening in, and we saw that even before January, we saw where the issues were and thought, okay, then go strengthen the team in the window. The number 8 and the number 9 positions, especially the number 8. I mean, we could probably get away with not signing a number 9 until in the summer, but the number 8 positions, bro. I mean, Partey is about my age. So if he give you a good game today, you're not gonna get a good game the next 3 games out of the month. Or you're not gonna get the same energetic Partey the other games. Shaka, whenever the kids are playing good and are producing, Xhaka finds a way to mess it up, either by giving away a penalty or getting a red card.
That's Xhaka, man. That's Xhaka.
So who else do you have to turn to in the central midfield? Oh, the young kid is just about Lokonga, who is still learning on the job.
He assimilate. He need time. But I like
Lokonga is basically an intern right now.
Yeah. You need time.
Basically an intern. You can have Lokonga leading the squad right now. After that, you have no central midfielders. The next game we play, I think Shaka is still out. No, I think Shaka might be back, but Partey is out. I think both of them might be still out. I know Partey is out defending because he got the red card. So you're still gonna have Lokonga in there where probably you're gonna have to force your number 10, your trusted number 10, Odegaard, to go play the 8. Which we have done the last couple
What is a Shaka fish?
You could not come at the pass.
I mean, We have weakened this. The squad has been weakened. The squad is more depleted than it was before, and you have a strength. Not even
Yeah.
one position. They
Uh,
spent Blocks. They spent 27 days in a January chasing Vlahovic. The kid said from like the first week of January, I'm not interested. It's my dream to play for Juventus. That's what I want to play for. Me no know who to Arteta, so when he take up his phone and call, whoever I call, they answer. I don't know. They said that when they signed, I think it was Party or somebody who he had signed. They had came up with that saying that whenever they ring, players answer. Well, it didn't work. The last 4 days of the month, they come up with all kind of excuses. Money, this, that. I mean, if you had 70 million to play for Vlahovic, why couldn't you go out and get somebody before the window closed?
Well, the Isak thing, sometimes it seems like then just in the window dressing Arsenal because I seen conversation about Isak and then there was a situation where they in club found out and said, "Boy, we're not accepting anything less than in buyout clause," and you should know that in just
yeah.
real for that exact reason that no, if you want him, you go have to pay the buyout clause, and then it went cool. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Jiggy, for once, the talk some good stuff by saying Gendozi will be, you know what I mean? Again, it should be a good addition.
I
In
don't
addition,
know if I think Marseille has the right to buy him. I think that was agreed.
was that agreed?
I think that was agreed. So I mean, that's something to see. Because I was thinking about that. Torreira is still on loan. I don't think we,
No, we're
especially
not doing Pereira.
Torreira can't manage the Premier League.
Yeah, yeah.
he wasn't given a chance, bro.
Yeah, it's
Again,
not.
He wasn't given a chance. Emery used him as a number 10.
one, he doesn't want to be in the Premier League. That's number
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
Firstly, he
No,
doesn't
he
want to be.
wanted to play. The kid didn't want
Started.
to play.
The man
Greg
was
started.
crying, saying he want to go back. He doesn't like the Premier League.
Wait, where you animal the conversation?
That's what he was crying. Look it
No,
up.
bro. Emery was using the man as a number 10 in a 4-4-2 diamond. And it wasn't working out and he bench and he start benching man from Arteta coming. Arteta don't give him a game.
Anyway, I
Arteta
don't
saying he
think he
want
have
to
any
play time.
future at club.
Anyway, if
I
that's what
mean,
you're looking at,
understandable, but
your team in
with
trouble.
Guendouzi, we don't know if he go. And Shane, it's Arteta. Guendouzi did something that Arteta didn't like. He might not have a spot at Arsenal again unless
No.
they get rid of Arteta this summer. Just
Well,
look at the trend. Whichever player comes out and said something.
me know,
Reese
me
Nelson
understand.
last year. Reese Nelson,
He was the mole, as you well know.
yeah, he was the mole when David Luiz and I don't remember who it was fight. I think it was Ceballos. And the
And then he
man,
told him that he was going to end his career, and he did.
and he basically did because even when he ended up Feyenoord on loan, right now Feyenoord coach is saying that they made a mistake taking him on loan because he's not what they
He's
thought he
pathetic.
was.
He's an idiot, though. He should have got a Palace. I would, man. No sense.
And I think did get the chance to go Palace.
I heard that he was looking.
Arteta blocked that. And Ketia was the one that got the chance. Arteta blocked it.
Okay.
They blocked the move
Okay,
when Palace won.
talk about Arsenal so long, you know.
In bad, in
I
bad
didn't
luck.
want to talk about it. I don't know why you mentioned it. Let's go to the teams in the lower
I
part
would
of the
just say this. Hold on. Give me one more second to just say this. You see, people would look on this Arsenal team and they would have said, boy, didn't they have a good season? And you look funny and they've had some good results, no doubt about it. But I don't think it's a good season. You look funny and they were in the pan now. So then they on 36 points. Wolves they on 34 points. You understand what I mean? Like they're mid table. And they in a mid table and
and
again
we have Wolves to play.
you have Wolves to play and it's just not good enough. You see like one week you see where they're forwarding and them put in a good performance and then they withdraw nil all with like somebody like North
Burnley.
or something like that, or
Burnley.
Burnley. You know what I mean? So it's not consistent enough. However, because of the good results he have gotten against big teams, they go get next season again. You know what I mean? He'll tell you, oh,
Trust the
it's
process.
yeah, but it'll be interesting to see who they recruit. It'll be
But
interesting
you
to
know,
see who they
one
recruit.
more thing quickly, Shane. If the club, Because me not say the manager alone, because if the club not agree with it, he cannot treat the players them like this. If the club continues to treat players like this, when club continue they told Saka or Martinelli as to what talents they are and remember their names and stuff like that, pretty soon we're gonna be losing these players.
But
You know?
I miss it. The one issue I have with the Arsenal team, and over the years, Arsenal have had players who you consider great players. I don't see any on this Arsenal team. There's no player that I would consider to be a great player.
The last one was Van Persie.
I some good players on the team, and you can say okay,
Alexis Sanchez.
but yeah, Alexis Sanchez was the last one.
Sanchez.
But
Oh, who was it?
who is that player? Like when you run down the Arsenal lineup and you start to look at their lineup and say, okay, how much of these players make it in one of the other top teams starting 11? You know?
What I'll say is they have a good young team. They have a good young team.
I'm not saying that they're not good, so they're good, which is the problem. And sometimes when you don't have too much good, you end up in the middle and they're nowhere at all. Because you're hoping that they will either overperform or they will develop at a rapid pace that they kind of, but it really doesn't happen. It doesn't happen like that.
One more thing before we leave for Arsenal. You mentioned the young players. I said this for our group today. With that Man U team, I went them with 95 or 96 with that class or whatever they were. When you look back at that squad, they had what was his name? Pallister or McAllister? What was that defender?
Alistair?
Was it Pallister was his name?
I think so. I don't know.
But it was him and Steve Bruce were the centre backs. Experienced senior players. In the midfield, you had Roy Keane in the central, you had Cantona at the 10. And up top, you had Mark Hughes. They had quality senior players blended in with the youths. It wasn't just the youths alone. Right now at Arsenal, we're looking for the youths to carry the team.
More important, you have a quality coach. The thing is, we
have as Biscuit said today, we have a rookie coach and we have young players.
Yes. So there's a lot of good at Arsenal, but there's nothing great about anything at all right now. And to get to the next stage, we need some great. We need somebody good.
It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see how they finish off the season. Again, you still have
to attract somebody, because when you hear players that say,
not with so much good. We don't have too much good though to attract anybody. We need one great.
But the midfielder that gone to Newcastle actually wanted to come to Arsenal. Yeah, because Edu like him, but this is the thing now. Arteta seems to have more of the say.
So let's talk about Newcastle.
Let's talk about Newcastle. Yeah.
Can we talk about Burnley first? Leave Newcastle as the main course. No, Burnley replaced Chris Wood with an even better striker.
Yes.
That does striker they got, because he has the aerial prowess like Chris Wood. But he's also giving the ball at his feet.
1 second, I'll go back.
Yeah, anyway, it was a very good.
What name again? Weghorst?
Yeah, Weghorst.
I was surprised when I heard the signing, because, like I said, he's a really good striker.
It'd be interesting to see what I'm doing at this league, yeah.
It seems like Sean Dyche has changed somewhat now, because first it was Max Cornet, no Weghorst. I mean, that is typical kind of robust players that.
Yeah. I think I read Sean Dyche. I mean, I talk to somebody at work and they must say, boy, them tired of Burnley. And I'm saying, why are you tired of them? I mean, you should give them credit for what they do. Not spending over years and staying consistent. I think there is a value to that. But yeah. With Sean Dyche getting him in, because it would have been losing Chris. It would have been tough. And at such short notice. Yeah. But again, getting him in, and it wasn't that much money. I think, what was it, 13 million in PFM, I think?
Think about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
where's he coming from? Wolfsburg or
Wolfsburg?
He's what, 6'6", right?
Yes, target man. But in goal scorer.
He can move.
Yes. Again.
I actually saw a stat today. They said that since July 2018, only Lewandowski scored more goals than him in the Bundesliga.
Really?
Yeah,
Didn't notice.
he has 59 goals since then.
Yo, it's interesting, man. It's interesting. I'd love to see what
I saw him in the Euros and he looked good for
yeah.
But Burnley, I still think is in trouble. I know
Yes.
they have a lot
Yes.
of games in hand because they only play 18 games.
It's unbelievable.
And Chelsea already played 24 games. So that's 6 more games Chelsea has played than that.
That's crazy.
And,
Yeah.
Why are we bringing up the blue side?
Mm-hmm.
and,
No, no, that's fine. Yeah. So that's good for Burnley.
Who else
Uh,
down here making a move?
Watford, what did Watford do again?
Bringing
They changed the
the
coach.
retired coach.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ! Like,
but
why they keep
again,
recycling this dude?
but he does know how to save
no,
a team.
he know how to get results, bro.
Does know how to save a team.
Bro,
So you
that's the
already know.
noise.
You already know what Watford is gonna do. They're gonna
But,
come play 4-4-2.
but
That's
Watford
real, bro.
started out really good. Well,
Give him
they
credit.
didn't score goals and they were losing games, but they didn't look terrible starting off the season. They didn't look terrible, but they were losing games though. But they
I
didn't
don't
look
know. I
terrible.
don't know what happened. The coach started to try
I'm
experiment.
not sure what happened with them to do. But
Yeah, get him out of here. Yeah, let's go to Newcastle.
That's it.
will they
Leave,
or will they not?
Yo,
leave
all right,
it.
let me just say right,
Villa real quick.
huh?
Villa Everton real quick or no? No.
Let's go to
Actually,
Newcastle. Let's go to Newcastle and then we do because yeah. Let's
yes.
go to
All right,
Newcastle.
Newcastle. How many signings? Because they one of them fell through. The French kid, etiquette. I don't know.
Oh, it fell through? I thought it was completed.
Nah, it fell through. I don't remember what the hell they said happened, but there was some. I don't think it's what they. I don't remember what the hell happened, but Rems they said the deal fell
One for
through
the
the
future,
last moment.
really?
Eh?
Wasn't he more one for the future than immediate?
He actually could start now too. He's a what, 19-year-old. You know, funny enough, about 3 months ago, YouTube just suggested a video to me and it was him. I'm gonna start watching my man. I say, yo, like them I said the next Mbappe. But he is not built like a Mbappe, he's almost like a crouch, but with speed and can actually finish. You know, so me see a few clips of him and it would have been a good buy, but I think it fell through. I think that deal ended up falling through.
Oh, I thought he was confirmed. These guys are lying to me.
Check it out. I'm not, well, me not see anything after about 2 o'clock today because that's when me start giving up on Arsenal. But up until then, it had fell through. So
Yeah,
check it
it
and
would be
see.
a good sign if they sign him. Who were sure they signed? They signed Dan Burn. They signed Chris Wood.
I think Dan
They
Burn is.
signed Matt Target. Huh?
I think Dan Burn is a decent sign. Is that the only centre back they signed though?
Yeah.
They were leaking goals. That's one of the bigger issue, right?
I thought they were going to go get that Phillips from Liverpool. At one point, they said that they were in, man. They chose not to. Maybe
Yeah.
Liverpool was trying to fleece them like Manchester United was trying to do.
With Phil
The issue,
Jones.
No,
the issue
with
we have,
Jesse
the issue,
Lingard.
it didn't happen, right? So the issue we have with Newcastle, right, is that there was this whole build up, and Newcastle fans would have think said they would have signed, better players. I mean, these players that they signed. I mean, I'm not impressed at all. Like you look on them, you look on the Dan Burns as well. Even the Dele Alli signing, it's just basically getting rejects from other clubs. Are you really thinking that these individuals will help you to climb up the table? Were any of them real upgrades to what you really have? I'm not sure. I mean, Matt Target is a good player at left back.
Better than Jamal Lewis. More defensively sound than Jamal Lewis.
Moreno, what used to be at Liverpool, they had him too, right?
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bruno Gomes is upgrade in the midfield.
Bruno
But that's
Guimaraes is the one, right? But again, it's just such a letdown. You know what I mean? Then go out and then walk around Europe the whole time and just waste a bunch of time. and money. There is nobody there with any kind of idea about who them to sign, and all they did was get really retreads and individual on the periphery and individuals off our periphery at off the periphery of other squads and then bring them in. I don't see any difference makers. Again, even Bruno Guimaraes and Arsenal, I may have to just go back to Arsenal. Arsenal really get me angry because them chase Bruno Guimaraes, and the only individual who Arsenal chase a bunch of weeks, months, Newcastle end up picking him up. How does this happen? Man? How does this happen? There must be a
Like I
code.
said, Arteta didn't want him. Edu was the one that wanted him. I don't think Arteta wanted him. And that's what
Yeah,
happened.
yeah, I don't get it. But again, you look on all our Newcastle signings, none of them really impress me. You know what I mean? Eddie Howe. One thing you have to create, and this is the last thing I'll say. Newcastle, whatever happened, they go have to look back on them Eddie Howe appointment. I love Eddie Howe, I think he's a good manager. But what he go bring is some sort of gravitas in terms of what a Marino would have bring or somebody else who players want them to who players want to play for them, right? So look on Steven Gerrard. You think say Coutinho would have good if Steven Gerrard never did it,
No.
right? All right. Look on
Look
Danny
at
Van
the
Ecke with Lampard. You got Everton. So if you're Newcastle and you don't have the sort of pull of being a London club, you need a figurehead, as in call it. You know what I mean? An individual who can get players there because you already have the money. But nobody now go forward and say, oh yeah, more of a play for Eddie Howe. But there is other individuals out there that individuals who want to play for. So they might have to say, you know what, Eddie Howe, thank you for keeping me up. Again, if they do stay up and actually go out and try to get a better manager.
But I firmly believe that's what's gonna happen.
What is that?
I firmly believe that's what's gonna happen. He's not gonna be the coach next year. I don't
Yes.
see him being the coach next year.
It's
Um,
sad. It's sad that that's the case, but it
I,
just is the real world.
but
Like if
in
they
and
want
some
to
of the
move,
players, I don't
huh?
see them being the players next year. Like Chris Hood, them by him, they're gonna move him on. He's not gonna last.
if they stay up.
If they
If,
stay up, but if
if
they
If
they
they
stay
get
up,
relegated, he's a championship player.
yeah,
exactly,
which I think exactly the point is. They bought some players who they think are used to being in this fight. You know, the Dan Burns, Chris Wood, they have been in this fight before.
yeah.
Not
It's
that
So,
bird.
rubbish they're buying.
but if they do help them to stay up, they're not gonna stay. And if they don't stay up, there are players who will be okay
In the
working.
championship. You're
So I
absolutely
think
right.
that they're trying to use both sides at the same time. I don't see the coach staying. The good thing about coaches, that don't go against financial fair play. No, it doesn't. Whatever you pay them and that does throw away money, and they have money to throw away. So that's not an issue. So he definitely won't be there.
What do
Um,
you think Bruno Guimaraes do if they get relegated?
or he's gonna be paid enough to stay.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
he-
That's
he-
exactly
he-
what I was gonna say.
he's gonna be paid enough to stay. So that's not gonna be an issue.
I'm
He's
pretty
gonna get
sure
enough.
they work with a good
Again, this
team.
guy was coming from Real Madrid and whatever else. He's gonna be paid enough to stay. He was in something. He was in France. How much was he paid? How much was his salary was triple when he moved to Newcastle? He's
I
gonna be
would,
paid
I
enough
would
to stay.
assume so.
That's not gonna be an issue.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, yeah,
from
that's my only thing. Looking for the
Newcastle
Newcastle
won't
side.
lose anybody from this team they have right now. They won't lose anybody if they go down. Because everybody there, they will be able to pay them enough for them to stay. If the players that they are talking about, the profile that they are trying to go up, next year they can try to get them. But if they had gotten them this year and they go down, they would have lost those players. They would have had a discontent in everything. Imagine if they get Coutinho. Coutinho wouldn't stay there if they go down. You know? Imagine if Suarez become available and say, oh, I'm going to Newcastle to get the money.
You
He
see,
wouldn't stay.
yeah. Yeah, Blacks,
So
but you see how crazy it is though. That even there was a Suarez thing where Suarez said maybe I'll be interested in our open for God Villa. As me say, Coutinho ain't going to Newcastle if Gerrard is not there. You know what I mean? So you
Where's
need,
the good name you mentioned though?
yeah, but we seen where it was actually rumored that he could have gone Villa. You know what I mean? You see Van
they
der
Yeah.
say
Beek.
he probably still go in the summer.
No,
Exactly.
I'm talking about for New. Yeah, me know I feel like I did say, but I'm talking about for Newcastle because
But next year, though,
right now Newcastle need a marquee signing, a player to like when City got I would say David Silva was well
Arbino.
they were other expensive players before
Look,
Silva.
Arbino. They got him Arbino.
Yeah, get RB on it, but it still never work out as
Never
much.
work out.
listen,
Adebayor,
listen, they are,
but
I
Silva,
don't
I think
remember wrong.
Silva was the real marquee one.
Greg, Dembele is a free agent. Next year, if Newcastle stay up, they can give him the money that he's talking about.
Which
Black,
them there?
blacks,
I'm not gonna artist complain about it.
That's
blacks,
okay, man. The money is gonna be
blacks,
there. His
blacks,
salary, his salary.
PSG will give him the money.
blacks,
They love him there. Mbappe is leaving.
All right. Oh, that's if Mbappe leave, then we know.
blacks.
Mbappe.
Unless you talk about next Dembele, bro. Like this, he's not gonna go there. No, as I said, if there is a manager with gravitas, and I'm not, I'm not a Marino fan, right? But he serves a purpose. So if Marino go up there and he's doing those Marino things, then again, players will be gravitated to that project as they love calling, right? But right now, it's just not an attractive proposition. Cash is everywhere in football. You know what I mean? So again, you need something else. You know what I mean? And I think that's what they need. They need a manager who can sell the project to them.
So
For them pay.
other than Mourinho, I don't think Mourinho is gonna be going back to the Premier League anytime soon.
Bro, that could be, you know how it is, man. With Mourinho, it's feet are coming. You can get kicked out of Roma easily.
I know no, that him getting kicked out of Roma, but I just don't think the Premier League right now is a ground that he's gonna be planted in anytime soon.
Eh?
Bro,
Yeah.
But you don't like to be in the limelight, and right now the Premier League.
It's not him at the issue. Me think that the Premier League kind of does. Right now, I think after the Tottenham situation, I think the Premier League kind of say, I think you have done your time.
Blacks, he loves money, and if them set in say, we have
But
500 million,
would they want him?
why wouldn't you want him if they can bring some sort of legitimacy to your club?
I'm just saying because I think what happened to
Make it
Mourinho, the
happiness.
other player,
I always like that word.
the big
What?
name coach, I think is the case, But I'm just saying Mourinho right now in the Premier League, I think he has lost his luster.
I believe that firmly.
But
But
at
you
what
get
Shane
the
is
player
saying,
here.
Mourinho has the pulling power. Mourinho is gonna get big name players to come to your team because big name players want to play for big name coach.
You don't think so?
I understand the concept. I just think that there are other coaches out there that you'd rather go for right now instead of Mourinho back in the Premier League.
That who available right now?
The availability is not an issue with this team. That's the thing. They can pay it. So it's a matter if the coach is willing to go. It's not about available.
Then go play a patch to leave PSG then.
They can. It's easy for them. Because again, those money doesn't go against
Not from PSG.
financial play and all the type of stuff there. It's just a matter of there's a buyout clause and the coach is willing to go and say that I want to get Rooney because I get 20 million a year.
They can't get Rooney.
Hey, but
That's a good
Greg,
point.
saying that if Rooney ever saved Derby, he must get Manchester United job, you know?
Well, no, yeah.
If he saved Derby,
You
he's
put
job.
the basket too high, I don't know. But if he saves Derby, I mean,
Listen, they're not even no longer in last place. They about 20 points they get deducted so far. And they're not in
no,
last
it's not
place.
that much. Is it a 12 or 15? I think it's 12.
We'll see how it goes.
If he saves Derby, he's going to Manchester United.
Just wrapping up because this is gone. 2 hours. It's unbelievable.
Jesus Christ.
And I thought I was going fast.
3 hours now, not chatting enough.
Unbelievable. Let's just talk about Everton and Aston Villa. With Everton, again, them get a new manager in a Frank Lampard. It'll be interesting to see how he do.
Didn't see that one coming.
Huh?
I didn't see that one coming. Well, until the last couple of days, because originally his name wasn't really good.
His name, I think it's more fan pressure.
Good.
Fans was saying that they don't want the
Foreign managers.
yeah.
I think it's a good appointment.
You like it?
Yeah,
In terms of bringing in individuals, then bringing Danny Van Der Beek. I think that's the only one I know of. Obviously, then
And
lose Luca.
and Dele Alli.
Hmm?
yeah.
You got Dele Alli for free.
His protege, basically.
You got Dele Alli
That's,
for free.
that's how he started out. He was supposed to be a Lampard protege. I think he still has some to his game. He just need to get his mind right because he's what, 25?
Yes,
24,
Yeah, he's
25?
still young as hell.
seven.
And
Yeah, so he
But
just
but
need to get his
but
mind right.
again, none
His
of
quality, his class is still there.
but he hasn't pulled up any trees over the last 2 years anyway. Still, that's the problem. And Van der
Yeah, I
Beek
mean,
hasn't done any of that since he has been in the Premier League. There's some potential there. If again we saw what Lampard did with the talent that he had offensively while he was at
Chelsea.
Chelsea,
Yeah,
and that is in some way I think some need there's some need for some of that to happen at Everton. Richards is back now. I think he's gonna and he's getting back Calvert Lewin also. So with the talent and Demario Gray has been playing good. Townsend has been good this year also. So from that standpoint, I see them having at least a more attractive brand of football and not easier on the eyes because of the talent that he has to work with. And we have
which
seen
I
this
think,
with
which
young
I think is what the fans were calling
this is
for
what
too.
the fans were looking for. They are also very close to the relegation zone too. So
As
they
as
also
that's
need
Rafa,
exactly what I
to
was
win
going to
them
say.
games.
They have
really,
19 points. They have 19 points. Then 4 points. Five. 4 points off a safety.
Yeah.
what?
So they have to win games. It's not just that they need to play good; they need to
So
win
yeah,
games.
yeah, yeah.
But
You can't
I
play
think
around.
that Dominic Calvert Lewin being back is big for them. They really
Yes,
missed him.
that's a
Um,
trip. That's a trip.
and the fact that Richardson is also back together. So he's
They
getting
make
back.
such a huge difference.
Yeah,
Obviously, both of them was injured,
yeah,
and that's where most of them grew forward from.
yeah.
So
The team is gonna change now though, because they were playing 4-4-2 most of the time. Now they're gonna Lampard is a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1
true.
kind of guy. So somebody's gonna lose that spot unless Richarlison is gonna go wide, which he can play because that's where he played at Watford when he just went to Everton. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's it's gonna be interesting to see how Lampard set that up. But he's a very attacking coach. I mean, the
And,
way Chelsea fans used to behave, I don't think he did such a bad job.
but
Like,
the worst part is, uh, the most important thing for that team also is that he's not don't have a lot of ratings, but Yermina. Yermina is actually back also. I was listening to Talksport the other day, and they had a
mm,
stat about games that he play compared to when he's not there for Everton. Night and day. I think they win
They
ten
need to
percent of the
defend
games.
better.
Michael Keane is the man back there.
They need to be defend better.
But let me tell you something.
Yes,
They win 10% of the games with him out of the squad. And I think they win over 50% of it with him in the squad. That's how crucial he is for that team. Not that he's great, but for that team, him in the squad, him out of the squad. I think 10% win rate and over 50% with him in the squad.
I'm not a fan of him.
It, not me either, but you can't argue with the stats. That's what it is.
he can butt the ball good and that's it. But Blacks to kind of counter that, or not just to counter that point, but Lampard is his defensive record at Chelsea
was
wasn't that
terrible. No, wasn't great.
so if they're looking to see him shore up that defense, not really gonna happen. What they're gonna do though is try to outscore you, and they have depends on the games that they have left. They have enough quality that they can beat a few teams, or they
Mhm.
can outscore a few teams.
Yep. Yep. Aston Villa, lovely. Lovely addition of.
Winners of the window, you would say.
It looks like it. I mean, it looks like it. Felipe Coutinho. You get Luka Dean. And you manage to end up keeping the individuals you have in your team. Have no major anybody and anybody leaving your club. So I think that you can safely say that them from the way how they've looked over the since they hired Steven Gerrard, and the fact that they bring in and keep most of them players, they should be good going forward. Stand them in good stead.
Did they add anyone?
Cool.
Oh,
Anyone else? I mean. Other
Those
than
are the two main ones. Didn't they get a player from Arsenal?
Callum Chambers, yeah,
Callum Chambers, yeah.
totally forgot.
that's a shocker.
Yeah.
That
And
one,
they got this guy Robin Olsen from Roma. I don't know him. I don't know him. I don't know that player.
Is he a keeper?
yeah, goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Okay, I know who he is.
But again, oh, we missed one person. Christian Eriksen is back in the league.
Oh,
That's a
for
Brentford.
Brentford.
Yeah.
And there, yeah.
Yeah. Let's just finish up with Villa real quick. I know we will give Eric's a mention. With Villa though, again, getting Coutinho was a huge coup for them. You know what I mean? As we say, it is interesting that individuals want to play for Gerard. Gerard looked good. We try to poo-poo the Gerard signing, you know what I mean, because I just don't want to give people credit because there was good players who have to actually see they're good managers and have something about him. And it looked like he has something good, something about him as a manager. Still, one per game to go, still early days, but he looked like him knowing the do. Looked like the players them respect him, and it should be interesting going forward. And again, the other thing is too that Villa showed that they're really ambitious, going and getting Luka deal. You know what I mean? And the individuals that they look to sign look very ambitious, Villa. I really respect what they do. So I have to give them the credit.
Yeah. I did think they do a good job overall in the window. Just to rally back to the Newcastle, I don't think it was a terrible job that they did. I think they did sufficient to keep themselves in the league. I don't think these are the players that they want, but I think very likely these are the players that they need for this project what they have right now, which is just to stay in the league. I think they are the players that they need. I think these are enough players who are gonna help to push the bus, not
Yeah,
one who's gonna jump on it. The jump on the bus are next year. In the winter, in the summer they'll get players who are gonna be jumping on the bus because of the money what they know they can get. But these players, I think they are good enough. They'll push the bus and they'll be able to push it over the line.
yeah. Any other business, as you say, I guess you say, is it good? Is it good to see Ericsson back in a league where
Um,
they play with
well,
that situation?
I can't say it good from the perspective. There's another guy. Is it Daley Blaine? Who's the other guy who's playing with a pacemaker? It's Daley Blaine, right?
Blin,
Yeah, Blaine
Blin.
is playing with a pacemaker. And two,
As Blin
I
had a similar
truly
issue.
believe that the medical people, whatever, on the Premier League are top notch. So if they actually are saying, if they actually clear him, to me, it's a good thing to say that I think he is good. He's okay. The
Yeah,
fact
that's
that
fair
he's
enough.
cleared. So from that perspective, if they didn't, then I would say he's really in trouble if they hadn't cleared him to come back. And if they do clear him, I think that means that's a good thing. So
That's fair enough. Blacks. That's fair enough. Again, any other business as we look funny, people like Crystal Palace, they don't really do anything. Crystal Palace, they start off the season well. You know what I mean? There's been some close results, and they have competed in most of the games they've played some good football. We love watching Gallagher and Hudson Edward, and we have a good team. The only thing is I'm concerned about that Vieira no start becoming like some sort of lovable loser where you compete but you keep losing games because you know what start falling down to the relegation. You could get sucked into the relegation battle. You don't want that to happen. So again, you have to make sure you start pick up results. Everybody can be like, oh yeah, look at Vieira. It was so unfortunate he lose all of these games. Nobody cares really. You really have to start picking up results. So again, you have to make sure so they don't fall too close to the relegation zone, and I'm kind of worried about that because every game I'm watching, they really do. Um, they really do compete, but they just not get the results, and I'm worried about that. And that's it. Any other business?
Can't
that's
think
it
of
for me.
can't think of anything else.
That's it for me.
Leicester didn't do any business.
Leicester didn't do anything at all.
Brighton
Norwich didn't do
nothing.
anything at all, and they're fighting. But
Norwich
Villa did
nothing.
something. Southampton didn't do anything at all either. Leeds also a team who was regressed a bit, also didn't really do anything at all.
Yes.
So you're gonna have to look at those teams and see if they're gonna regret it at the end of the season when they say, Southampton and Leeds specifically. Leicester just kind of fade in a way because we haven't been calling their names like we were last year as a competitor for the top four this year no more. So there's a lot of things to look forward to. I think the second half is going to be great. I think there's some, even though it may seem like a program can put on Manchester City, I think it's going to be a great.
It's going to be great, man.
When I look at the top four battle and when I look at the relegation battle, I think that's what's gonna keep the league really good. If Liverpool do them job, we have a chance to chase some of these blues. And
this league is gonna keep jumping. We have new players to watch in Kulusevski and the Liverpool edition, and again, it's just amazing. If you watch the individuals fouled into the league, seeing Coutinho back in the league, it's just great to see.
This Liverpool edition reminds me
of what
I'm thinking. If Almiron had gone to Liverpool, at one point we're thinking about Almiron at Liverpool, but Diaz, he has a similar skill set. He shifted. Not Almiron, Saint Maxim.
He ain't leaving that money right now, bro.
It must be crazy. Not to go to Liverpool either.
Yeah. They're gonna have a statue of
Coutinho made you couldn't have a better return, against the team that you were their nemesis for so long, and you make a return against them and come kill them off.
And come kill them off. That was
you couldn't have written it any better than that.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. So
thank you, Lucas King.
2 hours and 1 minute. Bozo minute overtime here.
This is it.
Absolutely. Juve really strengthened their squad too. Looking across Europe. Yeah.
Adam Vlahovic, who was their brother?
They're bringing Zakaria. That from
very good. What is it? Mönchengladbach? Where is he? Gladbach come from?
Yeah. I think that's what it was. So
I know he's Swiss, but I don't remember where he comes from. Not big Gladbach, but yeah.
I think it's Gladbach, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. But yeah, them bring in Vlahovic and them get rid of them. They never use Kulusevski, so I think that's good for them. Try to see if they can take stock or see if they can.
Whose game you think gone now though? Is Vlahovic? Is it just Morata, or you think the ball a game Leslie?
I remember Morata ended up on a 2-year loan, so I think they now go pick up an option.
Well, but that's because they shouldn't. That man is the biggest fraud I've ever seen in the world football. My gosh.
He is a fraud, but it is what it is. So yeah. I think they'll let him go, and then with the baller, it's just the most weirdest thing ever. You know what I mean? I don't know what's gonna happen with that brother, but again, towards the season, ANI season, we'll see how them play and who fouled before for them. You see me?
But where Bojo that? Bojo is supposed to come close the light.
Right. So if it was go to closing. Alright, Shane, wrap it up.
Yeah, gentlemen, it's been a lovely one. You know what I mean? Honestly, I didn't expect us to go over 2 hours, but again, a lot of good points covered. Thank you, Blocks. Thank you, Greg. You know what I mean? And man, have a good night,
Like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe. Absolutely. You know what I mean? And hopefully we can get back doing this thing a little bit more regular, a little bit more earlier.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? And yeah, man, and big up themselves.
Alright.
Yes. See individuals that make them comment, you know what I mean? Much appreciated.
The Chelsea fans will appreciate,
Yeah, man.
Bless.
Yeah, man.